Another day, another new product release, guys. How's it going? Welcome back to GolfMagic. I'm Alex here at Mannings Heath Golf and Wine Estate, and you're joining me for the new PING I525 irons, a distinct, compact player's iron that should offer you guys a lot of forgiveness and a lot of distance. I've heard it before, but with PING, it's a little bit different, and I've used these for a few weeks now, and they have really surprised me. So let's hit a few shots now and talk about it. Wow, just look at that. So the i525 irons by PING, they're player's distance iron for 2022. If you've seen last year with our videos, there was the i59, much more of a player's iron. And the eye range all has different categories for different players, but this is said to be the distance iron, the player's distance iron with a ballistic face design to increase your ball speeds, distance, we've had it before, and then a targeted polymer insert to increase that feel. I think with PING, you never think of distance. You always think of durability, performance, but you never think of them like, let's say, TaylorMade in the way that when you buy an iron, you think it could go a really long way. This iron goes a long way. I'll put the lofts on the screen for you now. So they are quite similar to, let's say, the TaylorMade P790, but for me, that's actually where the similarities stop, because they're a very compact golf club. I'll put the picture of a 6 iron on the screen for you now, and it definitely is a player's iron. The P790s, things like that, do have quite a notable amount of offset, but these, if I show it to my P776 iron, it actually looks a little bit smaller, which does it scream forgiveness looking down at the design? I don't think so. The design is a big improvement to previous iterations. Sometimes people would say that PING sacrifice some of the design for durability. PING, the brand itself, most durable golf club brand I think in the world. That's because of their forging process and how they create their golf clubs. This range, aesthetically, I'm very happy to have it in my bag. But what do the new PING I525 irons actually offer us as consumers? Because sometimes whatever the brands say, it could be a little bit different. So what I've noticed with these is, first of all, although they are a very compact golf club, they are definitely a player's iron. Wouldn't recommend them to anyone who is a high handicap player just on design alone. They offer so much forgiveness that it just took me aback. These clubs, I don't think I've really hit a shot badly with them yet in terms of the result. For a player's iron, you have that distinct feedback, but because they are a player's iron, because of that polymer insert, there's still, the dispersion I'm getting, I think is the best I've actually seen with an iron in the last few years. I do not have the right club here. Maybe I do. No, I don't. That's so long. Ugh. The distance part of this iron set is certainly correct. This is a distance iron, and there are two pillars from this distance category for me. The lofts are lower, similar to the P790, so you're going to get some increased distance purely from a specification point of view. The 6 iron is going to go a long way. I'll put the actual data that I've got from the 6 iron at the Full Swing Studio up on the screen for you now, so you can see they went a long way, longer than my P770s because the lofts are longer. But what really interested me in these iron set is the quite extreme progressional approach they have throughout the set. So the 8 irons, the short irons, they spin a lot. They have some really high launch. 6 iron quite similar as well actually. But when you go down to the longer irons, you get a really low launching club. The 4 iron that I have in my bag is actually going about 230 to 250 yards with rollout, because it just goes straight through the wind and it rolls for a long time. For a player's distance iron, for those longer clubs, I have a little bit of a problem with that, because I do find that the 4 iron isn't as workable as I'd like it to be. I know if you're looking at forgiveness, it goes straight a long time. I don't think I can really hit a draw or fade that well with it. But if I'm, let's say, got a 4 iron distance into a par 5, I want to hit it in 2, I would like the launch to be a little bit higher than what it currently is. So who would I recommend the PING irons to? Well, although I have a slight grievance with the lower launching long irons, that is partly not just down to the head itself, it's down to the shaft. So a custom fitting would just alleviate that problem. And with that, it makes it a definite contender for a set that I'd love to have in my bag for 2022, because if you can get distance and forgiveness out of an iron that is as compact as the PING I525, it's kind of got absolutely everything you need. A player's iron, you're always going to sacrifice something, isn't it? You're going to sacrifice forgiveness, distance, maybe never really the design, because the design are always a really top looking club. But this has so much forgiveness and so much distance. The only thing you're really sacrificing may be a little bit of workability around it, but that can all be changed with a custom fitting. The only thing that can be said about these irons when you compare it to other irons, other players' irons, is the feel. Although it has got the polymer insert and a forged steel face, there are better feeling irons out there. That's always kind of the case with Ping because they are more durable than other irons. Mizuno, for instance, the JPX91, the 221s, 223s are a better feeling golf club. But do they get better results? Perhaps not. But a lot of purists in this game, I think particularly when you get down to lower handicaps, they're quite picky about their irons. The Ping irons, they're still a big improvement year on year. I think they are getting a lot better. Comparing these to the G range, things like that, they don't feel great. These need to feel good, and they do, but they are still a little bit slappy on those longer irons. Simmer, simmer. If you are interested in these irons, the great thing, oh, let me just not fall over. The great thing about Ping is they're going to make sure that whatever club you get from them is right for your game, and that is by custom fitting. These i525 irons have different types of lofts. They have a retro spec loft, and a power spec loft, and a standard loft. So again, going down to that lower launch, that can just be switched by getting more of a retro loft to make sure you get a bit of a higher launch. That's why I love Ping. They're going to make sure that whatever club you get, it's going to be fine-tuned to your swing, custom fitting with the dots, with the grips, everything. It's going to be fine-tuned the player you are. I'll put the price on the screen for you guys here for a 7-iron set. Ping are always in kind of the expensive category now, but I think they do warrant that because they are so durable. As I said, you honestly can get a set of Ping irons and they will last you a decade. When I play in weekend matches, I always see some 10-year-old Ping irons, and they did the job pretty well. If you have any questions about these irons today, guys, let me know. There's a lot more testing I want to do with them, mainly comparisons and see what is the best player's iron of 2022. That's all coming, don't worry. I'm really interested with these irons though, and I'm actually really tempted to put them in my bag for this year because with the forgiveness and distance you get with them for a low handicap player who just wants to hit it a long way and make sure you hit a lot of greens, I think these are the perfect iron set. So I'm gonna have a think. So I'll let you know what happens. Guys, smash the like button because it really helps us out. And if you are new to GolfMagic, hit that subscribe button too. Till the next video, guys, I'll see you later.